Heart rates soar to over 200 beats per minute. Hearing and vision can become impaired. For all the pain, there will be glory. The Boat Race 2006 coming soon.
When the weekend is over, when the game flows through your veins, when nothing else matters,
when friends become foes, when determination leads to frustration,
when scoring on the pitch is as important as scoring off it,
when the ball hits the net and it makes you feel like a hero, what Monday nights are made for.
ScottishSport SPL, Monday at 11.
It's all change at St Aidan's.
It's about time we had something half decent round here to have a look at.
The Royal, tonight at 8.
It's crunch time for Scott in Emmerdale at 7. Before that, the ITV News and Scotland Today with Ewan Petrie.
Good evening. There are claims Scotland is facing a shortage of enforcers to tackle the smoking ban. A total of just 67 full-time officers will monitor pubs and restaurants when the new law comes into effect 1 week from today. Becky Hunter reports.
As Scotland's pubs, clubs and restaurants prepare to go smoke-free, it's emerged that there will be only one dedicated warden for every 19,000 smokers. Under the legislation, anyone caught smoking in a public place during an inspection could be fined £50 on the spot. But some feel the responsibility for policing this ban will inevitably fall on bar staff and publicans, and that could put them at risk.
I think that we're going to see publicans and restaurateurs being forced to put this ban into place themselves. It will actually cause disruption, possibly violence in some pubs, as people are told to stub out. I think if this ban is going to work, we need a proper level of enforcement. I think we'll find councils knocking on the door of the Scottish Government saying we need more enforcers, we need more money. I don't think this has been costed properly. I don't think the government realises what a mess this is going to be.
A week away from the ban, some councils admit they have no dedicated personnel in place before the ban. Some local authority areas will only have a couple of enforcers, and cities like Glasgow and Edinburgh just 4. The Scottish Executive have pledged £6 million to help local authorities implement the ban. But in the meantime, some councils have given staff from other departments, like environmental health and trading standards, enforcing powers. Becky Hunter, Scotland Today.
It's emerged builders' liability insurance that would have covered the cost of repairs to the Holyrood roof ran out 2 weeks before the beam broke loose. It means that contractors may not have to pay out for repairs and costs of moving parliamentary business. However, it's still unclear whether the damage will be covered by other insurance policies. On to sports news now, and Celtic have won the CIS Cup with a 3-0 victory over Dunfermline. The Glasgow club picked up the first silverware of the season at Hampden this afternoon and handed Gordon Strachan his first trophy as Celtic manager. Joanne Bonner watched the action.
A 1-minute applause rang out around the stadium before kick-off, with the Celtic squad wearing the number 7 on their shorts and the back of their tracksuit tops, in tribute to Celtic and Scotland winger Jimmy Johnston. The Hoops picked themselves up following the devastating news of his death on Monday to win the first silverware of the season. Maciej Zurawski broke the deadlock just before half-time after a costly mistake by Alan McGregor allowed the Pole to slot the ball home. After the break, Celtic's semi-final hero Sean Maloney stepped up to secure the cup for the Parkhead side. Dion Dublin scored his first goal for Celtic by steering in Paul Telfer's cross to make it 3. The Celtic players pulled on shirts with the number 7 and Johnston on the back to lift the trophy. Joanne Bonner, Scotland Today.
Staying with football, and Hearts kept up their 6-point lead over Rangers in the battle for second spot in the SPL after a 1-1 draw at Tynecastle. Fans and players also joined in a 1 minute's applause before kick-off at Tynecastle in tribute to Jimmy Johnson. Edgaris Jankauskis gave the home side the lead after just 9 minutes, but Thomas Buffel got on the end of Chris Burke's cross to level the scores in the second half. It's been another successful day for Scotland at the Commonwealth Games in Melbourne. The swimmers have been celebrating a record-breaking achievement, while the cycling sprint team picked up their first ever gold after a narrow victory over England. Kellyanne Bishop has more.
David Carey storming to victory, edging teammate Ewan Dale into second place in the 400 metres individual medley. He's already picked up a silver in the 200 metres freestyle relay, and his success today means he's now the first Scottish swimmer to win 2 Commonwealth gold medals since David Wilkie in 1974.
A new Commonwealth Games record.
It's turning out to be a record Commonwealth Games for Scotland in the pool, with 4 golds already in the bag. Scotland also struck gold in the team sprint cycling, edging out England in a thrilling final. Chris Hoy made up for the disappointment of losing his Commonwealth title in the kilometre on Thursday night, when he, Ross Edgar and Craig McLean were crowned champions. Meanwhile, James McCallum picked up bronze in the scratch race at the Velodrome. So today's medals bring the Scottish total on day 4 to 15 and puts them 4th in the overall table. Kellyanne Bishop, Scotland Today.
And that's all from the Scottish Newsroom for now. We are back with bulletins throughout the morning from 5:25. From everyone on the weekend team, enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.
Change your outlook with Flybe, sponsors of Scottish Weather.
The latest satellite image shows thin cloud over most of Scotland, leading to bright conditions across the country. Cloud will thicken from the east overnight, bringing light rain and some wintry showers across the region. The west will have the least rain with some clear spells. The overnight rain will clear from many areas tomorrow morning, although some wintry showers will linger in the south. Western coastal areas will be brightest with cloud in the east. It will become drier during the afternoon, with the west again seeing the most sunshine. The east will again be cloudy, but any wintry showers should stay to the north. Now, the Scottish TV fly-through forecast for tomorrow. We can see bright and pleasant afternoon with good sunny spells over the Western Isles, and this will continue down over the Firth of Clyde and Ayrshire, with moderate easterly winds and maximum temperatures of around 6 Celsius. Over central Scotland, we can see thicker and still broken cloud with the occasional wintry flurry over the southern highlands. And towards Edinburgh, cloud will be less broken with some snow showers over higher grounds. But on the whole, it will be a dry day and colder in the Firth of Forth with maximum temperatures of around 4 Celsius. Looking in more detail across central Scotland, we can see that the broken cloud will bring the occasional wintry shower falling as snow over higher grounds, but there will be some bright spells in the afternoon. Now the outlook for the next few days: dry on Tuesday with cold and some bright spells. A few showers and bright spells will affect the region on Wednesday. A similar picture for Thursday with sunshine in central areas. For a full 10-day regional forecast, call 0904 020 7000. Calls cost £60 per minute from BT landlines. Other networks may vary.
Change your outlook with Flybe, sponsors of Scottish Weather.
Now on Scottish TV, this week's news review.
Heartfelt tributes have been paid to Celtic and Scotland great Jimmy Johnston, who died today at the age of 61.
Jimmy was the kind of player that got people's backsides off the seats. And whenever he got the ball, something spectacular was likely to happen, and often did. But not just that, I mean, you know, he had this incredible skill.
Age may have wearied some of these men, but there was a time they bestrode the football fields of Scotland and of Europe. Today they gathered to say farewell to a prince among them.
It was very easy to sense a kind of tidal wave of sorrow across the land when people began to realise that he had died, a river of sadness at the passing of the greatest ever Celtic player.
The tribute to Jinky at Celtic Park is out of this world. Absolutely fantastic what the fans have done. Superb. And he thoroughly deserves it as well.
People like Dennis Losser, Alex Ferguson, John Gregg, Ali McCoist, they were all there to say farewell, shoulder to shoulder with the Lisbon Lions, all there to say a special farewell to a very special man.
Mr. Heron's aged around 60 now. He was admitted here at Ayr Hospital after a tumour was found. He underwent a fairly routine operation, everything seemed to be fine, but then it was realised that surgeons had actually removed his healthy kidney.
I'd just like to say the family is obviously very angry and upset and we want answers, but our main priority at this moment in time is our father's health and we want to protect him from any future stress.
10 years ago today, 16 children and their teacher were murdered in Dunblane Primary School. The horror of the killings was unlike anything witnessed in Scotland before, and the news reverberated around the world.
You walk by the good ones, 'cause you're trying too hard to see them. And sometimes you don't find the right line.
And the children who are now 15 and growing up into fine young men and women, I think that's something to celebrate. Thankfully, there was people who did survive, and we are a living testament that life does go on. And I think that's hugely important.
Behind me you can see the bus stop where Rory Blackhall was dropped off by his mother on the morning of August the 18th last year. He came down this path and then turned into an underpass to head towards his primary school a short distance away. It was the last time his mother saw him alive and he never made it to the school.
A young woman who was too scared to tell her parents she was pregnant has admitted killing her baby boy on the day he was born.
This is the drug that doctors believe could help prevent the premature death of thousands of Scots. Rosuvastatin, which goes by the brand name of Crestor, has been available for many years as a cholesterol-reducing drug. But this 2-year trial saw it being given in far higher doses to patients with hardened arteries.
I was lucky, and it's perhaps a bit of serendipity that this happened, that this drug trial was on at the same time. So I've been lucky and I've been able to help them, so it's worked both ways.
We're here to stay until we finally make poverty history. Well, I'm committed, I'm in it for life. And I feel that as an artist, I have a possibility to engage media, people like yourself, thank you very much, and I can talk about these issues and hopefully not bore everybody to death, but I can be a bridge between the issues that are happening in countries where people don't even have fundamental human rights.
So for the price of a regular text, your text message with your name goes from here, somewhere up into the ether, into a special laser box in here, and it finally ends up on the side of the Royal Scottish Academy.
It's all change at St Aidan's.
I wasn't happy about a new man taking total control of the hospital. There may be some areas of friction.
A bit full of himself, isn't he?
You can't blame him, can you, when he looks like that?
But you can always rely on some things staying the same.
I need my vanity case.
Whoever smuggled in that bottle of brandy should be ashamed of themselves.
But early in the morning for that, isn't it, Matron?
It's good to have you back in business, Gordon.
The Royal. Tonight at 8.
The challenge is about bridge and murder. Don't miss brand new Poirot tonight at 9. Now though, the ITV Weekend News.